Yesterday, or rather in a few minutes, with the help of Steve Cox and Mark Widdus, I finally got round to putting up our new church sign. So much of the information on the old one was simply wrong. We also replaced the notice board by the gate, which was falling apart and an eyesore. We even had a complaint about it earlier in the year. So thank you to them for their help. These are the last two items that we've purchased using Peter Edridge's legacy and the other gift that we were given a couple of years ago. From the kitchen to the toilet to levelling the churchyard, new Bibles, the shed, now this sign and the notice board and more besides. We have done a huge amount with those generous gifts. A big thank you goes to everyone who took part in our reverse Advent calendar last week. The first deliveries went to Food Bank and TCHA on Friday. Remember, the point is to give throughout Advent, not to give everything all at once at the beginning. The idea is that we spend the month thinking about other people, not simply ourselves. So please make sure you drop off your gifts every week by Thursday evening. This week we received a grant of £500 from our borough councillors, which we're going to be using to provide food parcels to families in Amington. This will be done through Amington Heath and Florendine primary schools. We have also applied for a much larger grant to help us employ a part-time mission worker to run the Ark and Place of Welcome and other exciting things. The hope is that that work will be able to begin in September next year. And that grant goes alongside, well, hopefully that grant will go alongside the generous gift of £6,000 we recently received, which is also to be used to help pay a mission worker. All that might sound like we are awash with money, but unfortunately we are not. All that money is ring-fenced for particular purposes. And we are heading for a deficit in our general fund this year of £5,000. Partly because we haven't done any fundraising because of COVID or had many weddings and funerals because of COVID, but mostly because a fair chunk of what we normally receive comes from the collection plate on Sundays. If you are on our church family directory, you should receive a letter from Catriona, our treasurer, about church finances if you haven't already had it. Thank you to all of you who have responded to our previous letters and requests, either by increasing what you give so generously or by switching to the parish giving scheme or to give by standing order. I appreciate that we can only give so much, and what I want you to hear above all is a thank you to all of you who give so generously to support our church family. We get no other income from any other sources to help pay our bills. It is all given generously by you, so thank you. We have no birthdays this week, so let's sing our final song.